are worshiping a dangerous God. You are worshiping a dangerous God. And I really feel sorry for you if you don't know that. I told you guys that I'm scared. I'm afraid of the Most High. And when I say, you might think I'm just saying it. I'm afraid. What some of you don't realize is that you're worshiping a dangerous God. A God that will be merciless when he deals with you. A God that will not kill you. He will let you suffer before you die. He will not let you find death. You will seek death. You will cry for death. He will hide death away from you because he wants you to suffer before you die. That is the God you're worshiping. Some of us don't understand that. You don't understand you're worshiping a dangerous God. What you guys don't realize is that you're worshiping a dangerous God. You still have that Christian God still stuck in your head. And I really do feel sorry for anybody who don't understand what he or she is doing. You're worshiping a God that will make a car to hit you and break your spine. Why? So that you can stay 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in one place. So that you can keep the Sabbath 7 days a day, 24 hours a day. You will keep the Sabbath. That is the kind of God you're worshiping. I really do feel sorry for you if you don't know who the Most High is. Most of us don't know who he is. You can look at what he did to people. You can look at his relationship with people to understand who he is. If it was you or me, we would have let Moses get into the promised land. If it was you or me, we would have allowed Moses to get into the promised land. Why? Because he was faithful. Moses was faithful. Obedience. Most of the time. Even the time that Moses did something wrong, it wasn't because he wanted to. It was because of distraction. He was angry. And the stupidity of the Israelites distracted him. He lost control. He was distracted because he was so angry at them. He was told to speak to the rock. He went and struck the rock. Not because he really wanted to. His intention was not to disobey the Most High. But then look at what the Most High did. Look what the Most High did to Moses. He said, "You will not step into that land. I will not allow you into that land." Just think about that. Just use Moses as an example. This is why I don't just pray for people. I don't pray for anybody. Because most of the time we are suffering because of what we did. We are suffering because of our own doings. Oh, Yah is good. The law is good. Shalom. Shalom. Hallelujah. We're all praying together. The next day, you are breaking the Sabbath. You're not wearing your fringes. You're shaving your beard. You're not wearing your veil. I'm very sure some of you are even wearing trousers. When we come here, hallelujah. Yah is good. Shalom. You think you're fooling me? No, you're not fooling me. Oh, I am busy with my own salvation. I'm busy trying to see how I can get into that kingdom. You can do whatever you want to do. That's up to you. That is up to you. You want to go to work on Sabbath morning? Go ahead. You want to go to work in the evening, Sabbath evening? Go ahead. Keep fooling yourself. One of these Sabbath days, you're going to be driving out and a trailer will hit you and crush your car and break your spinal cord. A trailer will hit that your car and crush your car. You know what? You're not going to die. That's how the Most High does his own thing. You don't understand the kind of God you're worshiping. The Most High will make sure that you don't die. He will make sure that you are alive. You will be praying and begging for death. But you know what? Your legs will not be moving because your spine is broken. Your spine is crushed. You can't even move your neck. You cannot even move your neck. You can't move your arms. Go see what happens when people break their spine. Your legs will not move. Your arms will not move. Your neck will not move. You're like a vegetable in a table. You're just like a dead vegetable in a table. So there's no way you're going to escape death. You can't just tell somebody, oh, can you please get me a knife so that you can kill yourself when everybody leaves the room. No, it's not going to happen. You will be on that bed like a vegetable. When you want water, somebody they will get water and put inside your mouth. You want food, they put it inside your mouth. You want to use the toilet, everything will happen in that bed. And for the rest of your miserable life, you will keep Sabbath 7 days a week. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is what you will keep the Sabbath. That is exactly what you will keep the Sabbath. 7 days a week, 7 days in a week, 24 hours a day. That's what you will keep the Sabbath. That's your job that you're trying to go to. See, that's your job you're trying to go to. That company will replace you. That is when you will realize how much of a fool you are. That company will replace you. All these things you're trying to pay for, all this reason that you need that money for, all of those things will come to stand still. The last thing you'll be thinking about is going to make money. I remember what somebody told me. She said, well, I will keep the Sabbath when I retire. I'm going to retire next week. Next year. I will retire next year. I can't keep the Sabbath right now because I have to go to work. I'm a teacher. I am a teacher. What I do is that when I go to work, I try to talk to my students and tell them about the Bible. When I go to work on Sabbath day, I tell them about the Bible. That's what I do now. But when I retire next year, then I will start keeping the Sabbath. What a foolish person. You are a fool. And you don't understand the kind of God you're worshiping. You're worshiping the God that I've already shown you who he is. Isn't he the same God? Isn't he the same God that we were told a man was making all this money, making all this wealth, gathering wealth and gathering all this stuff and gathering all this food and gathering all these things, and we read a story of that man that gathered all these things, was gathering all kinds of food, and then finally he said to himself, now I will lay back and sit back and relax. Now I'm going to relax. I have made money. I have gathered all these things. Now it's time for me to relax. What did the Most High do? The Most High said, you foolish man. You foolish man. You are going to die. You are going to die. Let me see who is going to enjoy all the stuff you gathered. The Most High waited. Our Heavenly Father waited for him to finish gathering those things. The Most High waited for him to finish. And then when he was done, the Most High came or told, the Most High killed him. That is the kind of God we're worshiping. That is the kind of God we are worshiping. I'm not going to tell you anything, or because I already know that you're playing you're playing with a with a power line, like a power line, not even electric. You know, we have those big giant cables that transport electricity. The big one that you see sometimes, those big power line. That is what you're playing with. And when that thing will kill you, it will fry you in 10 seconds. When that power line will kill you, that power line will fry you. It will dry every single thing in your body in 10 seconds. That is what you're playing with. Luke chapter 12 is what I'm talking about. Luke chapter 12 from verse 16. Luke 12 from verse 16. And he spoke a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a rich man brought forth plentiful. Verse 17. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruit. Verse 18, Luke 12:18. Luke 12:18. And he said, this I will do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there I will bestow all my fruit and my goods. Verse 19. Verse 19. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods lay up for many years. Take thine ease, eat and drink, and be merry. Verse 20. But God said unto him, thou fool, you fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou had provided? This night you will die. Let's see who is going to enjoy those things you have gathered. Verse 21. So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards Elohim. So is he that laid up treasures for himself. Luke chapter 12 from verse 16 to 21. Oh, I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I have to work. I know that is a Sabbath day, but I have to work. You have to understand that I have to work. I have bills to pay. I have bills to pay. Some of you will think, oh, brother, I don't like the way you're saying it. I don't like, to hell with you. Go away. Stop listening. You would rather have me talk to you like Joe Austin, to beg you to consider, maybe you should consider. Or you want me to tell you that God is merciful. We are under grace. Only your enemy will tell you that. Only your enemy will see you doing something, see you insulting God, because that's what you're doing. You're insulting the Most High. Only your enemy will come and console you and tell you and make you feel that you're doing the right thing, or maybe you have no option. Look at how the Most High God kept quiet and watched this man, waited for him to finish gathering all those wealth. What does this parable in Luke chapter 12 tell us? Verse 16 to 21. Oh, brother, I have to work. You know, I have to go to work. Like that woman told me. Like she told me, I'll keep the Sabbath when I retire next year. Who, you foolish woman, who told you you're going to retire next year? Who told you? Notice how the Most High was quiet and waiting for this man to finish gathering his wealth. Isn't it the same thing he did to our ancestors when they came out of Egypt and they were whining and complaining and asking for meat? What did the Most High do? The Most High gave them meat. And well, he waited. He was quiet and waiting for them. As soon as they start eating those meat, as soon as they start putting it inside their mouth, they started chewing it. That's when the Most High began to kill them. While they were chewing it, he waited. He didn't even kill them right away. You see, that's why I'm telling you, you're worshiping a dangerous God. You're worshiping a dangerous God. Some other God will get angry and kill that person right away. But he doesn't do that. He waits. He waits for you. He waited for them to, he gave them the meat that they were asking for. Notice that. Keep that in mind and think about that. He gave them the meat that they were not supposed to be asking for it. They were asking for it, and they were asking for it with a very proud, arrogant attitude. They were demanding for it, basically. So instead of just killing them, he didn't kill them. He gave it to them. Just you see, this is really what I would like you to think about or to keep in mind. Some God, or you or me, if you are God or if I am God and somebody does something like that, we can just go ahead and kill them, right? But the Most High did not do that. What did he do? He actually gave them the meat that they were asking for. And he waited for them to start chewing that meat. While they were chewing it, he started killing them. Just like he did in Luke chapter 8 or chapter 12 from verse 16 to 21. This parable that I just read, the parable that I just read right now in Luke chapter 12, 16 to 21, clearly shows you that's exactly the reason why we're giving this parable. Look at what it says in verse 21, Luke 12, 21. Talked about those who will lay up riches for themselves. This is exactly the Luke 12, 21. So is he that lay up treasure for himself and is not rich towards Elohim. Are you rich towards Elohim? How do you become rich towards Elohim? Should I tell you? Do I need to tell you how you become rich towards Elohim? By keeping his word, by obeying his commandment. Only a fool will wake up, or will break the Sabbath. Only a fool will break the Sabbath. I remember one time, some years ago, I was doing some business with some people. And then they call me. I got, some of the people involved, they say, oh, you guys have to come at this time. I looked at the time that they want us to come. It was on a Thursday or something like that. And that was on a Sabbath day. I said, no, I can't go. They thought I was playing. I said, no. Any other day I will go. Any other day. I don't mind, I will go. But that day I cannot go. They thought it was a joke. Thousands of dollars was involved. No, I'm not going. I could have told myself, let me just go. I will just wake up and go for that meeting and then quickly go back. I will use that money to feed the hungry or to help the poor. I could have given myself some stupid reason why I should go on that meeting. I did not go on that meeting. Eventually, because of that or other reasons or whatever, that business collapsed, and I lost the money just one day in a week. Or I can't keep the Sabbath right now. I'll keep it next year when I retire. We've seen two examples. One in Luke chapter 12, from verse 16 to 21, where the Most High will keep quiet and wait for you. That day that you will retire. See, that day you say you will retire, that is the day you will have a car accident. That day that you retire and you're going home, you're saying to yourself, finally, I have retired, so I'm going to keep the next Sabbath. That is when the Most High will make you to have an accident or some other bad thing. Because if you're going to keep the law at your own convenience, then you're not really keeping the law. The whole point is for us to submit ourselves and keep it. We like to talk about, we love to talk about submission, especially the men, especially us, the men. We talk about submission. But all we know is submission to us. What about submission from us to the Most High? Do you understand what submission is? Submitting your own will. That is why I say that not everybody that said to me, Lord, Lord, will be allowed into the kingdom, but those that did the will of my Father, the will of my Father, the will of my Father. Because when you submit yourself to the Most High, or when you submit yourself to someone, you now suspend your own will. Christ did not want to go to that cross, but he prayed and asked the Most High if it's possible to make him not to suffer that way, to remove the cup from him. The Most High did not answer that prayer. Christ got up and went and did what he's supposed to do, even though he didn't want to do it. So how can you say that, yes, I know you told me to do it this way, but I will do it next year when I retire? That Sabbath will never count. This is part of the reasons why I don't like to pray for people. Because a lot of the things that we're suffering today is as a result of what we brought on ourselves. What we brought on ourselves. And then when something tragic happens, we start crying and we start praying. Who are you praying to? Who do you think you're fooling? Who are you praying to? The God that you're using, the God that you are you are disregarding, the God that you are worshiping according to your own convenience, the way it suits you. If we have to do things at our own confidence, if we have to do it as it suits us, if we have to keep the law as it suits us, then it's a waste of time. We're not really worshiping. We're worshiping. We've created our own religion. If we're worshiping the true God, then we will find ourselves doing things we don't want to do, because those things are the things that He wants us to do, but we don't want to do it, but we're doing it anyway. But once we begin to choose, we begin to choose. Oh, are we Israelites? Wow, we are Israelites. Wow, I like that. Oh, these are the laws that we have to keep. Okay, let me choose the ones that suit me. I will have my beard. Okay, I will grow my beard. Okay, good. Fringes. Okay, I don't mind. I'll put fringes in some of my clothes, not all my clothes. The Most High gave us the law to put fringes in your clothes. It has to be in all your clothes. I'll just put fringes in some of my clothes. We put it in some of our clothes. So if I see you every day, some of those days you're wearing your clothes. So in 7 days in a week, maybe 2 or 3 times you wear a cloth with fringes. 4 or 5 times you don't wear cloth with fringes. What I'm explaining to you is the way that some of us are worshiping the Most High and we're fooling ourselves. We pick and choose the law that suits us. We pick and choose the law that suits us. Oh, are we supposed to cover our head? Oh, okay. I will just put a headscarf. I'll put a headscarf. Even though you're supposed to wear veil. I'll just put a headscarf. This is what all of us are doing, men and women. We are picking and choosing the law that suits us. Oh, we're supposed to keep holidays. Oh, okay. What are the holidays? Feast days and Sabbath days and new moon days. Okay, I'll do that. I'll keep the Sabbath. But then on the Sabbath day, we're relaxed. We're watching TV. We're watching football and watching TV. Or we keep it the right way until about 12 in the middle of the night. We get up and take a shower and start going to work on a Sabbath day. Sabbath day is not over until the next morning. Sabbath day is not over until the next dawn. But we're going to get up and walk, take a shower and get ready and go to work. When we gather with people, oh hallelujah, Yah is good, the Lord is good, shalom brother, ha ha ha, shalom. But we are actually picking and choosing and selecting the laws that we want to keep. We select the laws. Who are we fooling? And what does the Most High do most of the time? He just keeps quiet. He ignores us. He's not even thinking about us. He doesn't even know that we exist when we do stuff like that. He just ignores us. We keep on fooling ourselves until we die. And what I tell people like that, don't even bother yourself. Why are you bothering yourself? If you are going to pick and choose, if you are going to select the laws that you're going to keep, forget it. Go do whatever you want to do because it would not count. Unless if you just want to make yourself feel good. If you want to make yourself feel good, then fine. Because a lot of the time, when we are actually keeping the law to make ourselves feel good. It's just to make ourselves feel good. That's the reason why we do it. To keep the law and do it properly. If we are to keep the law and do it properly, it must be uncomfortable. It has to be uncomfortable. There must be things that we are doing as we keep the law. If we are keeping the law the right way, if you are keeping it the right way, then there must be some of the laws that you're keeping that you don't really want to keep, but you're keeping it anyway. You're keeping it anyway. Not because you want to, but because the Most High commanded it. There must be some laws that you are keeping that personally you wouldn't want to do it. It may be about dressing, maybe about growing your beard, maybe about wearing veil, something that personally you don't really want to do it, but you find that you're forcing yourself to do it. That is what happens when you're doing it the right way. I will keep the Sabbath when I retire. Then when you retire, on your way back home, you have an accident and break your spine. Then we'll start praying. We'll start crying. Oh, please pray for that sister. Oh, please pray for that brother. Pray for their recovery. Pray to who? Who are you praying to? Pray for who? I don't waste my breath blaspheming the Most High and praying for you. I had somebody that came to my house. Came to my house. There were other people around. They said, oh, I would like to see you privately. I would like to see you. I said, okay, let's get some chairs. Let's go sit over there. Let's go sit on the side. We went and sat on the side. They said, well, I came for you to pray for me. I came for you to pray. I have this problem. I have this. I have this. That's. I basically told them, I cannot pray for you right now. This is what you need to do. This is the situation. You have to start keeping the law. Here is what you need to do. This is the deal. This is how it's going to go. If you start doing these things, then this is how it's going to go. Before I'll consider praying for you, or before I'll pray for you. I can pray for you right now. This is not Christianity. This is not a joke. This is not a joke or Christianity. Well, that's not what we're doing here. We're worshiping a dangerous God. I am worshiping a dangerous God. That's the God I worship. A dangerous God. A God that will laugh at you when your calamity comes. A God that will be smiling while you are suffering. I told them what to do. Here's what you have to do. You have to start keeping the law. You have to start keeping the Sabbath. That's the number one, most important one. You have to keep the Sabbath. These are the requirements. I will keep the Sabbath when I retire. That's one of the most stupidest, one of the most foolish things I've ever had in my life. So I'm not going to keep it now because it's very inconvenient right now. But I will keep it when it becomes confident. When it becomes convenient. When I retire and I'm bored. When I retire and I have nothing to do with my life, I am bored. Then I will keep the Sabbath. But now I am not willing to make that sacrifice. I am not willing to do it. But I will do it when I'm bored. When I have nothing to do. When I stay home most of the time because I'm retired. That's when I will keep the Sabbath. When I get my retirement, when I get paid my retirement and I'm sitting around in the house every day, I have nothing to do, that is when I will keep the Sabbath. Not right now. I am not willing to give up my paycheck for that day. No, I will not do that. No, do it for who? Who? What? No. I will not do that now. I'm not willing to do something like that. I will keep the Sabbath when I am bored. I have nothing to do. I wake up every morning and I'm looking for what to do. By 10, 11 a.m. in the morning, I've finished doing whatever I need to do. I'm just sitting around. That's when I will keep the Sabbath. And you're thinking that you're fooling anybody. You're fooling yourself because that Sabbath will not count. It's not going to count. The Most High says in Jeremiah 30:11. Jeremiah 30:11. I do love you. Even though I destroy all the nations where I have scattered you, I will not destroy you. But I will never let you go unpunished. I will punish you. I will not allow you to go unpunished. The Most High punishes those that he loves. Those that he loves. Those that he doesn't love, he allowed them to do whatever they want to do. Look at what he did to Moses again. Look at what he did to Moses. If it was me or you, we would have forgive Moses. We would have forgave Moses. would have forgave Moses. We would have remembered everything that he did in the past. We would have maybe shout at him and then forgive him. But the Most High said, no, you're not seeing that promised land. You are not. If the Most High could do that to Moses, imagine what he would do to you and I. Only a foolish person will break the Sabbath. If you're breaking the Sabbath, you're a fool. If you are not keeping the Sabbath, you are a fool. If you're picking and choosing the laws you want to cook, you want to keep, you are a fool. And you're only fooling yourself. You're not fooling anybody. Because if you understand how dangerous God is, you will understand that you're not doing anybody. You're doing it to yourself. The Most High is so dangerous that he can actually keep quiet and just not do anything to you. He can just let you continue doing whatever you're doing. If he makes you have an accident or makes you be shot by a stray bullet, if he does anything bad to you now, that actually means that he loves you. If he punishes you now, it means he loves you. For those that he doesn't care about, guess what? He doesn't do anything to them. Those people that the Most High don't care about, when they are breaking the law, the Most High does not punish them. The people that the Most High don't care about, when those people break the law, he doesn't do anything to them because he doesn't care about them. And you will see them, they are breaking the law and they are flourishing. They are doing very well. Everything is going well for them. And you're wondering what is happening. How come this person is breaking the law? How come they are not keeping the law and everything is going well for them? What is happening? Why am I keeping the law and I'm struggling? Why am I keeping the law and I'm going through all these things? Why am I struggling? How come this person is breaking the law? How come they don't keep the Sabbath? How come they're shaving their beard? How come they're not even keeping any of the commandments, but they're doing very well? But me, I'm suffering. What is happening? Does it mean that the Most High is not seeing everything that they're doing? This person is wicked. This person is wicked. This person is doing all these things and they still prosper. They are still alive. They are healthy. What is happening? That is the question that David was asking and explaining in Psalm 73. I went to a congregation. I went to a congregation some weeks ago or some time ago. And a woman asked me that question that she cannot understand. Her neighbor, they are not keeping the law. They are breaking the law. They are living their life however they want, but they are prospering. And she's thinking to herself, she's been doing this for years. She's been keeping Sabbath for years. She's been doing these things. How come she herself, she's struggling, but her neighbor is prospering? That was something that was bothering her. How come this happens? Why does it happen this way? That the person who is not keeping the law is prospering, but the person who is keeping the law is not prospering. When I get asked questions, a lot of the time, there's already answer in the scripture. All I have to do is to show you the answer in the scriptures. So I think I took them to Psalm 73. Psalm 73, you see exactly where that particular thing was addressed. Psalm 73. Truly, Elohim is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. Verse 2. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well near slipped. I almost fell, is what he's saying. I almost slipped and fell. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their debt, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with faintness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doeth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verse 12. Psalm 73 verse 12. Psalm 73 verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verse 13. Psalm 73 13. Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain, and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastised every morning. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of Elohim. Then understood I their end. Just like that woman that has been wondering what is happening. How come my neighbor, they are doing well, they are prospering, their children are doing well, my children are not doing well. They are prospering, they don't even keep the law, they are breaking the Sabbath, they are prospering. What is happening? This is what she was wondering until she came into the worship center and asked this question. And I explained it to her. Verse 18, Psalm 73, 18. Psalm 73, 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou chastised them down into destruction. How are they brought into the dissolution? As in a moment, they are utterly consumed with terror. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Yahweh, when thou awaketh, thou shalt despise their image. My heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my vein. So foolish was I, and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. So David at some point began to wonder, and he was envying those who were breaking the law. He was envying them. He see them in their prosperity. They are doing very well. Their children are doing very well. Everything was going well for them. And David was wondering, why is this happening? Why am I suffering? But those people who are, they're doing well. At some point, David was begging for food. At some point, David was begging for food. They didn't have anything to eat. How come things are so difficult and so hard for me? But those who are not obeying the Most High are prospering. The reason why things are so easy and prosperous for the wicked is because they are not of the Most High. The Most High does not punish them. This world is their kingdom. They will have no place in the kingdom to come. But foolish people will say, well, let me enjoy myself now. Let me enjoy myself now. I'm not sure about that kingdom that will come. I'm not sure about that kingdom. Let me enjoy the kingdom that I see now. Let me enjoy the life that I see now. That is how foolish people think. And you know what? The Most High will actually make you enjoy now. Those that break the law, those that break the commandment, and nothing happens to them, that means that the Most High don't love them. Because the reason why he punishes people immediately is so that he doesn't have to punish them in the future. Because he is a righteous God. And he said that he will not let us go unpunished. Jeremiah 30:11. He will not let us go unpunished. That's why he punished Moses right away. So if we ever find ourselves in a situation where the Most High doesn't punish us, where we can break the law and go free, we can do whatever we want and go free, that is the problem. You have to worry. That means that the Most High don't care about you. He doesn't know about you. He doesn't even care about you. He has turned his face away from you. You can do whatever you want. You can kill, you can rape, you can fornicate, you can commit adultery, you can commit idolatry, you can steal, you can lie, you can cheat, you can break the Sabbath. Nothing will happen. Nothing. You can do all these things and do it successfully. Nothing will happen. That means that the Most High don't care about you. He doesn't love you. He doesn't care about you. That is why you're able to do whatever you want and no punishment comes. Because the punishment is reserved for you. It's hellfire. Hellfire in the lake of fire. Everlasting judgment or punishment. Those he loves, he chastises immediately. And that is my point when it comes to anybody who is breaking the Sabbath. If the Most High loves you and you keep breaking the law, that is what I'm saying, especially when it comes to the Sabbath. Especially when it comes to the Sabbath. Because the God you are worshiping is so dangerous, you don't even realize how dangerous he is. He said that he is the one that creates evil. He creates good and evil. You look in the book of 1 Samuel, it said that the Most High sent evil spirit to torment Saul. The Most High sent evil spirit to torment Saul. Evil spirit to torment this man. The man was being tormented by evil spirit, not sent by Satan. The evil spirit was not sent by Satan. The evil spirit was sent by the Most High God. That is the evil spirit the Most High sent to Saul. If the Most High sent evil spirit to torment someone, who can save you? Who can save you? First Samuel chapter 16. First Samuel chapter 16. First Samuel chapter 16 from verse 14. But the spirit of Yah departed from Saul. The spirit of Yahweh departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from Yah troubled him. The spirit of Yah departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from Yah troubled him. Evil spirit from Yah troubled him. Verse 15. 1 Samuel 16:15. And Saul's servant said unto him, Behold, now an evil spirit from Elohim troubleth thee. Verse 16. 1 Samuel 16:16. 1 Samuel 16:16. 1 Samuel 16:16. Let our Lord now command thy servant which are before thee to seek out a man who is a cunning player on an harp, and it shall come to pass when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well. If the Most High sent an evil spirit to somebody, who can deliver you? So my fear for anybody who is breaking the Sabbath, who is refusing to keep the Sabbath, first of all, I think you are foolish. You are a fool. You are a fool. And my fear for you is that if the Most High truly loves you, then there's a problem. If the Most High actually cares about you, there's a problem. That's my fear. Because if the Most High truly loves you, and you're breaking the most important commandment in the scriptures, which is the Sabbath, I fear that the Most High will make you have an accident. The Most High will do something to you that will make you to keep that Sabbath 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We see in 2 Chronicles 36. 2 Chronicles 36. That he said that he will send our ancestors into captivity for all the years that they broke the Sabbath. For 70 years. Also, we see in Jeremiah 29, told them to stay in Babylon, build houses, give your daughters in marriage, and get wives for your sons, because you're going to be in that land of Babylon for 70 years. For every single year that you broke the Sabbath, every single year that you broke the Sabbath, you will be in that land. You will be in captivity for every single year that you broke the Sabbath, so that the land will prosper. The land will keep its Sabbath, because you were supposed to keep the Sabbath, you did not keep it. So now you're going into captivity, and you are going to stay in that land, and you are going to be there for 70 years to account for every single year that you broke the Sabbath. You pay for every one of them. That is what the Most High does to those he loves. He himself is the one that said it in Jeremiah 30:11. Jeremiah 30:11. I love you. I will destroy all the other nations where I have scattered you, but I will not destroy you. But I will not let you go unpunished. I will not let you go unpunished. I love you, but I will not allow you to go unpunished. I must punish you. But then we see that in Psalm 70, Psalm 73, we see why people who don't keep the commandment, people who don't obey the Most High, we see that they prosper. So if you're breaking the Sabbath, if you are keeping Sabbath half day, in the middle of the night you get up and go to work, or if you're a woman, once in a while you wear your veil, once in a while you put on your trouser or wear your veil, or if you're a man, once in a while you wear your fringes, or like as I said, based on what I have been noticing, you keep the Sabbath but you don't observe the new moon day, but you do observe the Sabbath, just not the new moon day. On new moon day you go to work, even though we are told to worship on the new moon day, but you wake up in the morning and you go to work. If you wake up in the morning and go to work, when are you going to worship? When the Most High clearly commanded us in Ezekiel 46 verse 1 to 3 that we are to worship on the new moon day. We are commanded to worship on the new moon day. If you claim to love God, if you claim to be of God, you're supposed to, there's no way you can wake up on new moon day and go to work. Because when you wake up on the new moon day, that is a worship day. But some people will wake up on new moon day and get ready and go to work on a new moon day. Who are you fooling? You are fooling yourself. And my fear for you is that if the Most High actually loves you, you are worshiping the kind of God which I have given you examples. I have given you biblical examples. You might not like my voice or like the way I talk, but you cannot deny what I'm saying. I've given you biblical example. I've given you Luke chapter 12 from verse 16 to 21. I've given you examples where the Most High punishes people that are as foolish. My fear is that you're worshiping the kind of God that will make you to have some kind of an accident or something, or some health issue that will now make you to sit in one place. So at that point, you will now begin to cry and plead and beg him to please heal you, that you will keep the Sabbath. But at that point, the Most High will not listen to you. He will not listen to you. You will cry and plead and beg. He will not listen. It's too late. For the rest of your life, you will have to sit there and keep Sabbath. Whether it was every day, you will be in one place. You will not be able to get up. You are stuck in that bed. Sabbath days will come and go. You're keeping it. The first day of the week will come. You're keeping it as a Sabbath. You're not going anywhere. Second day of the week will come. Everybody is getting up and going to work. You're sitting in one place. You're laying in one place. And you will do it for the whole 6 working days. Next Sabbath day will come. You're still stuck in one place. New moon day will come and go. You are in one place. You will no longer be able to buy or sell. You will no longer be able to cook. You won't even be able to feed yourself. And the Most High will make you to stop all works. He will make you to stop all works, but he will make you to be alive and live in misery. Because again, if you break your spinal cord and you're stuck in a bed, you can't even move your arm or your leg, you're stuck in one place, that means that all work have stopped. The only work you'll be doing is for your eyes to move. Because you can't even move your neck. You can't even move your head. The only thing that will be moving in your body is your eyes. Because your eye is not connected to your spinal cord. Every other thing in your body will not move. They will only move if somebody move it for you. Your leg cannot move unless somebody move it for you. Your arm, your head, only your eye will move. So that means that the Most High will stop you from all works. What I'm saying, some of you you may think it's funny. You might think it's funny because you don't know how dangerous God is until you find yourself in that situation. Stop breaking the Sabbath, you fool. Stop breaking the Sabbath. Stop going to work on the Sabbath day. Stop buying and selling on the Sabbath day and on the new moon day. Satan will like you to believe that this is a joke, and you will actually find it entertaining that somebody is speaking like this. You've never had anybody spoke like this before. This man must be crazy. Until you find yourself stuck in a bed. But at that point, it's too late. You wake up every day imagining, is this a dream? Am I dreaming? Is this a dream? Am I dreaming? Is this a dream? You wish for death, but death will not come. You pray for death, death will not come. You beg somebody to kill you, they will refuse to kill you. And you can't do it yourself either. What are you going to use to kill yourself? Your hand is not moving. Your leg is not moving. You cannot even get up. You can't even put a poison yourself, because everything that you eat, everything you do, somebody has to do it for you. That means that the Most High have shut you down. The Most High God have shut you down completely and shut you down from all work. Since He told you to work for 6 days and rest on the 7th day, since you couldn't rest on that one day, He will now make you to rest for the whole 7 days. Rest one day, you couldn't do it. Rest one day, you cannot do it. Observe the new moon day, you can't do it. You're chasing money. Fool. You're chasing money like the man in Luke chapter 12, verse 12 to 16, verse 16 to 21. You're chasing money. You tell me I have to pay my bills. I have to pay this bill. I have to pay that bill. Have you ever imagined what happens if you have an accident and you're stuck in a bed? Who's going to pay that bill? Work 6 days and rest on the 7th day. Very simple. Work 6 days and rest on the 7th day. If the Most High God doesn't make you have an accident, He can make you hit somebody. He can make you do some stupid things and they'll put you in prison for that. Now you're stuck in prison 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you are in prison. But it's too late at that point. For the rest of your life, you will keep that Sabbath. You wake up 24 hours a day, you are stuck in one place. 24 hours a day, you are in one place. 7 days a week, you're in one place. And you will keep this Sabbath and keep it and keep it. You will keep Sabbath and pay for all the Sabbath you broke from the time you were born. The Most High will make you to keep the Sabbath that you broke from the time that you came out of your mother's womb. From that very second you came out of your mother's womb, the Most High will calculate every one of those Sabbath, week from week and week from week. He will calculate it for you and you get stuck in prison and keep all of them. Only a fool will hear something like this and think it's a joke. Yeah, keep laughing and keep thinking it's a joke. Keep thinking to yourself that you never hear somebody speak like this. He must be crazy. There are ways that the Most High can get you. The Most High God is the God that makes people to do things that is bad for them. He will make you do something that is not good for you. He will blind you. He will send you a strong delusion and make you to do something that you will normally not want to do for yourself. He can make you to be driving and be picking up your phone. You pick up your phone and testing, and then you hit somebody. And you watch your life collapse in your face. He can make you to lose your mind and do some crazy thing. He can make you lose your mind. He can make you spank a woman in her behind and you get arrested for rape. He can make you do some crazy thing like you snap and do it and then you snap back and your mouth is open. People are asking, how could you do that? And you're like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? But it's too late. That is the God you're worshiping. Those who are not spiritual will not understand what I'm talking about. Like it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14 and 15. 1 Corinthians 2. A natural man does not understand the things of spirit. I'm talking to you about a spirit. I'm explaining what the spirit can do to you. But unfortunately, you cannot understand what I'm talking about. You will not be able to understand it until it's too late. And you wake up every day of your life. You wake up and you keep imagining, is this a dream? Is this happening to me? Is this a dream? You keep hoping that at some point you will just wake up and the whole thing would have been a dream. But a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, you are still stuck in that situation and it's not a dream. That is the kind of God you're worshiping. And this is what will happen to you if you keep on breaking the Sabbath. If you keep on breaking the new moon day, breaking the Sabbath, going about your business. Says that all scriptures are inspired. All scriptures are inspired. That is why the Most High put these things, made them to write these things down for our learning, for our edifying, to show you the kind of God He is. Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 20. Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 20. Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 20. Wisdom crieth out, crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttereth her voice, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning. And fools hate knowledge. Fools. I keep talking about fools. Foolish people. Everything you see in Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 20 to 22. Proverbs chapter 1, 22, verse 20 to 22. That is just a parable. Those two verses are just parable before the Most High begins to speak. Normally, he speaks in parable. He speaks to you in parable before he now begins to speak. So Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20 to 22 is just a parable. Then now the Most High begins to speak in verse 23. Turn ye at my reproof. You should turn at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. What you are hearing right now is a reproof, reproving you for being a fool and breaking the Sabbath. Getting up in the early hours before the Sabbath end, getting up on the Sabbath day in the middle of the night and taking shower and putting on your clothes and going to work. You are a fool. You are foolish and you're fooling yourself. You will never escape the punishment of the Most High. And actually, you should actually pray to be punished right now rather than later. If the Most High ignores you to do whatever you want to do, you are doomed. You are reserved for destruction. Proverbs chapter 1:23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. I keep talking about foolishness. Foolishness. Fool. Where do I get this thing from? I'm getting it from that's the way the Most High talks. That's the way he talks. I quoted Jeremiah earlier. But in Jeremiah chapter 5 from verse 20, the Most High said that we have eyes. We are fools. We have eyes we cannot see. We have ears we cannot hear. Those who are carnal, those who are not spiritual, will not understand that this is a reproof. This is a warning for the Sabbath you're breaking. Until the Most High will make you, after rejecting this reproof, he will now make you to do some stupid thing that will put you in prison for the rest of your life. That's when you will remember this day. That is when you will remember this thing, and you'll be asking, you'll be wishing and crying. You wake up every day of your miserable life asking for a second chance. It's too late. Imagine what Moses would have been thinking before he died. Moses will be wishing that he could rewind and go back and redo things and then simply do exactly what the Most High told him to do. But guess what? It was too late. It was too late. Those who are carnal people who are not spiritual, just because you claim that you are Israelite doesn't mean you are spiritual. How do you become spiritual? Romans 7:14. Romans 7:14. Romans 7:14. The law is spiritual. The law is spiritual. The Most High is also a spirit. John 4:24. John 4:24. God is a spirit, and those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. In spirit and in truth. How do you worship him? In spirit. The law is spiritual. Romans 7:14. You are not spiritual because you're breaking the law. You are waking up in the middle of the night, you're breaking the Sabbath, you're getting ready, you're going to work. You are not keeping the Sabbath at all. Some of you are not keeping the Sabbath at all. You are ignoring the Sabbath. You cannot be spiritual. You are not spiritual because you're breaking the law, and the only way you can become spiritual is by keeping the law. And if you are not spiritual, then you cannot understand the things of the Spirit. 1 Corinthians 2:14 and 15. 1 Corinthians 2:14 and 15. A carnal man cannot understand the things of the Spirit. That is why everything you're hearing right now that will not make any sense to you. You don't realize that the Most High is reproving you. He's rebuking you and reproving you and giving you a warning. But because you are carnal, you will not understand what you're hearing. It will be funny to you. It will sound funny until calamity will come. You are sitting around and waiting for the day that you're going to hear a voice from heaven. You're fornicating, nothing is happening. You lie once in a while, nothing is happening. You break the Sabbath, nothing happens. So because you're not hearing a voice from heaven that tells you to stop doing it, you think that everything is okay, or maybe God doesn't exist. You don't realize that God wants men using other men. Before, our ancestor was driven to Babylon to be there for 70 years. How did the Most High warn them? Through a man. The commandment that he gave them to keep the Sabbath that they broke. How did he give them that commandment? Through a man. The warning to stop breaking the Sabbath. How did he give them that warning? Through a man. So keep sitting around and waiting for the day that the sky will open up and a big speaker will come down from heaven and the Most High will speak and warn you. Keep fooling yourself. Proverbs chapter 1:23. Proverbs chapter 1:23. Turn ye at my reproof. Turn ye at my reproof. Listen to the warning I'm giving you. Listen to the warning that I'm giving you. That is what the Most High is telling you. Those who deliver the word of the Most High are always considered crazy. They are considered mentally ill. Sometimes people think it's funny. People are entertained by what they're saying. The Most High will destroy you. The Most High will do this to you. People are looking and thinking, oh, this man is crazy. This man is crazy. People are laughing. They think it's funny. Until that death and destruction will come. While you're about to take your last breath, that's when you remember when that crazy man was speaking. But it's too late. Just like anybody who is breaking the Sabbath, anybody who is not keeping the law of the Most High, in your own case is going to be different. Your own case is not death that will come. And you should pray for death. But in this case, it's not even death that will come. What will come to you is isolation. The condition that the Most High will put you, what the Most High wants you to know is that the condition that you will be in is that you will be in a condition where you will get stuck. You will be stuck. You can't get out. You will get stuck. You're either going to be a prisoner in a room or a prisoner in your body. But you'll be in a prison situation. I did not wake up today and decided to do this. 1 minute before I started speaking, I didn't know I was going to be saying this. 1 minute before. So this is not like, oh yeah, let me prepare something and preach. No, I don't even know what I'm going to tell you in the next 2 minutes. The punishment that you should desire from the Most High for all these laws you're breaking, all these commandments that you keep on breaking, you should actually be requesting death. Because at least when you die, you go wherever you go and you don't have to be alive to suffer. But the punishment that the Most High have for you, if you keep on breaking these laws, if you keep on refusing to keep His commandment, if you keep on disobeying Him and disobeying His commandment, disobeying the Sabbath day, disobeying the new moon day, disobeying all the laws that He gave you, the punishment that the Most High have for you is imprisonment. Imprisonment. You get stuck, you cannot get out. And you wake up every day of your life hoping that this whole thing is a dream. You will be hoping that this is a dream. You'll be hoping and praying for a second chance, but you will not get it. Proverbs chapter 1, from verse 23. Turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. First, you have to turn and begin to listen. You have to begin to actually obey. There's a lot of fake obeying going on here. Fake pretense. Oh, the Lord is good. Hallelujah. Shalom. And the Most High is saying that if you accept his reproof, if you actually, with all your heart, open up your heart and honestly want to keep his commandment, if you actually start keeping his commandment, if you actually begin to keep his commandment, if you actually begin to examine your life and make sure that you start applying every one of these commandments properly, not having some fringes in some of your clothes, but not in the other clothes. So today you wear a cloth, it has fringes on it. Tomorrow the clothes you wear has fringes. The day after tomorrow, the clothes you wear has no fringes. The day after that, the clothes you wear has fringes. No, that's not how you wear fringes. You sew fringes into all your clothes. Yes, there are moments when you don't wear fringes, like when you are taking shower. But if you're going to leave your house and go out of your house, you should be wearing fringes. But what are we doing? We're fooling ourselves. You sew it into one or two of your clothes. Once in a while, you wear it. Some other time, you don't wear it. And you think you're fooling anybody. Sometimes you keep the Sabbath, sometimes you don't. Turn you at my reproof. I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. So once you genuinely begin to keep these laws, the Most High will open up that gate of knowledge. And he will make you to know his words. Because you finally decided to start keeping those laws. Verse 24. Proverb 124. Because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But you have set at naught all my counsel. You have considered my counsel to be my counseling to be nothing. You think it's a joke. You think that the men who are sent to counsel you, that they're crazy. Those that the Most High sent to warn you, you think that they have mental illness. They're crazy. You can't believe they're saying this. So you don't regard those counseling, that reproof. You regard it as nothing. Proverb 125. But ye have set at nothing all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. Verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Verse 27. When your fear cometh as dissolution, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then they shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. This is the Most High speaking. This is the word of the Most High. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You shall seek him early, you will not find him. You will pray and pray and pray and pray until you tire. He will not answer. But actually, he will be laughing. Verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock your fear when your fear cometh. Verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. I've given you the knowledge of what happened as described in Luke chapter 12 from verse 16 to 21. I've used that as an example. I've used what the Most High did to the Israelites when they came out of Egypt and they were whining and demanding and asking for meat. The Most High gave them the meat. He did not kill them. He waited and gave them the meat, and he patiently waited for them to start eating. When they prepared the meat, and then he was patiently waiting for them to prepare it, and they prepared it, and he patiently waited for them to start eating. And then as soon as they started eating, he started killing them. He started killing them. That is the knowledge of what happened there. You are worshiping a dangerous God, the God that sent evil spirit to torment Saul. He sent evil spirit to torment Saul. You are worshiping a God that have sent demons to torment us today. The Europeans, they are demons. And the Most High God is the one that raised them up and sent them against us. It's not a coincidence or by luck or by accident that the Europeans are controlling the world. They are not smarter. They are not more intelligent. Actually, they are very dumb. They are very stupid. They are foolish, but they still control and run the world because the Most High said it so. Just like he sent evil spirit to Saul, the same way the Most High have raised the Europeans against us, and they are demons. That's exactly what's happening. We cannot get away from them. Doesn't matter where you go, they will come over there and dominate you. They will come over there and first of all, they will deceive some of your own people and use your own people to turn against you and then dominate you. The Most High kept it this way. Just like he sent evil spirit to Saul, to torment Saul, the Most High have sent the Europeans to torment us. That is the God you're worshiping. He said he will do it. Deuteronomy 28. Anybody who is not honestly keeping the law of the Most High, not just picking and choosing. Anybody who is not honestly keeping the law of the Most High is a fool. You are a fool. You're fooling yourself. Why are you a fool? Because if you understand what you are playing with, you would not be doing it. The act of breaking the law, the act of refusing to keep God's law, the act of disobeying the Sabbath, the fact you're breaking the Sabbath, the fact you're breaking the law, the fact you are not keeping God's law the way you're supposed to, the fact that you're picking and choosing, that fact shows that you don't understand who the Most High God is. That's a foolish act. That act is a foolish act. That is why the Most High himself is the one that described those who don't really obey him. He describes them as fools. Because if you are wise, you will understand that it's to your best interest to actually honestly 100% genuinely follow that law. It's to your best interest to keep that law because there's actually life in keeping that law. There is a life in keeping his law. Verse 29, Proverbs 129. Proverbs 129. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. Verse 30. That they will none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. That's exactly what we're going through right now. We're being destroyed by the prosperity of fools. Who are the fools? The Gentiles, the heathen. They are the fools. So the things that they have invented, the things that we consider to be prosperity, the things that we consider to be their prosperity, their medicine, their food, their culture, their media, those things that we consider to be their prosperity is actually destroying us. Their medicine is destroying us. Their water is destroying us. Their beverages, their drinks, their food, their medicine, their religion, Christianity, their prosperity, these things that they have come up with, these things that they are promoting, that we are following, is destroying us. Prosperity of fools will destroy us. The Most High said it. Just like it will destroy you if you keep on breaking the Sabbath and breaking the laws. Eventually, you'll find yourself stuck. You shall be a prisoner if you keep on breaking these laws. You will be a prisoner. Now it's fun. It's funny. It sounds funny. Until you wake up every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You wake up every morning. You wake up every morning and you are hoping that this thing will be a dream. But it's not a dream. Day will pass, night will come, another day will come, another night will pass. You keep on waking up and sleeping and waking up, and you're stuck. You can't get out. And you will keep the Sabbath day 24 hours, 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week is what you will keep the Sabbath. You will keep Sabbath every day because you have no choice, because you are a prisoner. You're stuck. You are stuck. At some point, you will start wishing for death because you're basically like a vegetable. Your life is useless. You're stuck in one place. You start calling for death, but death will not come. The God that created heaven and earth will do this to you. He has done wars to people before you. Stop playing with the law. Stop fooling yourself. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't act like your ancestors. Don't be stiff-necked and think this is a joke. It's always a joke until it starts happening. But at that point, it's too late. And you wish you would go back and reverse and change things. It's too late. Which one is better? Keeping Sabbath for 1 day in a week and having 6 days for yourself. Observing 2 days new moon day once in a month. Which one is better compared to being stuck in one place and not being able to get out? Pleading and begging to be delivered so you can keep the Sabbath, but at that point it's too late. That is the kind of God you're worshiping. I really do feel sorry for you if you think that this whole thing is a joke. That is what the enemy wants you to think. Think that, oh, it's just a joke. This message is for you. Ignore it. Like the Most High said, you can go back and read Proverbs chapter 1. You don't understand the things of the Spirit. There's a reason why the Most High inspired this scripture to be written in Proverbs chapter 1. So that when he will warn people in the future, they can be given a reference. Everything you've had, I've tried to give you references to most of them. You can go back to these references and look at them. I am not the one that wrote those references. All I have to do is to get the references and attach them to the message. The message is for you, and I've attached these references, like Luke chapter 12, verse 16 to 21, like Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 20, like 1 Samuel chapter 16, when the Most High sent evil spirit to Saul. I've given you the message and I've included the references. So like your ancestors, you can think it's a joke until when the death and destruction comes. At that point, it's too late. Like when that moment will come, the Messiah will make you to snap and do some stupid thing. They will catch you and you snap back and you're asking what happened. Then they will tell you what happened. They will show you a video camera of what you did. And your mouth will open, you will be speechless. You will never believe that you did that. All you'll be saying is that I didn't intend to do it. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't intend to do it. But whatever happened, you're going to get stuck. You're going to be a prisoner. And you will pay for every single law that you've broken. Every single Sabbath you've broken, you will pay for it with your freedom. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It is now on. It's on. Satan will now get to work and convince you that this is a joke. The battle is on now. The battle for your soul. There's two ways in front of you. Think it's a joke and keep on going in the same direction you've been going. Keep on breaking the Sabbath. Keep on picking and choosing the laws you want to keep. Or turn and walk in the way of repentance. And actually begin to keep the law. When you keep the law the right way, it's very inconvenient. It's very, very inconvenient. And you cannot pick and choose the laws you want to keep. When you keep the Sabbath, you have to keep the Sabbath from dawn until next dawn, not half of the day. When you wear fringes, you have to try to put fringes in all your clothes. If your cloth doesn't have fringes, you shouldn't wear it to get out of your house, to leave the house. Whenever you're stepping out of and leaving your house and going to the public, whenever you're going out to the public, whenever you're leaving your house, if you have a gate, for those that do have gate, if you have a gate, whenever you're crossing your gate to leave the house, you're supposed to wear fringes. If you're inside your house, inside your room, inside your living room, that's a different thing. If you're going out to the public, you have to wear fringes. All the time, not some of the time, all the time, because it's supposed to be in all your clothes. And same thing applies to the rest of the laws. All the laws, the rest of all the laws. In this particular situation, it's kind of like a situation where if you do, you're damn if you do. You're damn if you don't. There's going to be punishment. It's either now or later. I would rather that the Most High punish me now than later. Those he loves, he rebukes and punishes immediately. Those he doesn't love, he allowed them to keep on doing. And they are piling sin upon sin. Transgression upon transgression. Lying upon lying. Adultery upon adultery. Sabbath breaking upon Sabbath breaking. They keep on breaking the law and keep on going. So their punishment will be more severe. Those he loves, he chastises immediately. So if you keep on breaking the law, you're not going to escape. one or two things will happen. You either get punished right away, or the Most High will allow you to keep on breaking the law. If he loves you, one or two things will happen. You're either going to have a car accident that will you break your spine, or you are going to he's going to make you to snap and do something stupid that will put you in trouble for a long time. He will make you do as he has made people done in the past. He will make you do something that is bad for you. You will snap and do some crazy thing, and then you snap back, because he will not let you be crazy. He will make you snap back so you can use your mind and see the consequences of what he's making you to go through. Stop playing with the law of the Most High. Stop playing with the law of the Most High. Start keeping the law of the Most High with all your heart. Stop playing games. Stop playing games and start keeping his law. Or else, very soon you will find yourself in the situation that I'm describing. And as soon as you cross that line, it's too late. It will be too late for the rest of your life. You will become a prisoner. You will plead and beg and plead every day. You will beg for death. Death will not come. You will plead with people, plead with somebody. You will call them. You will cry out to them to go get you poison, to give you poison to drink and die. They will tell you, no, sorry, I can't do that. Stop playing with the law of the Most High, or very soon you will regret it. Start keeping his law with all your heart. There's a lot of pretending going on. This is not a joke. This is a reproof. This is a warning. And normally, foolish people usually think it's a joke until calamity will come. You will cry and pray, he will not listen. Just like you see in Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 20. Start keeping the law. Nothing matters. There's nothing that matters right now. The most important thing that matters is keeping these commandments with all your heart. When you keep the Sabbath, keep it completely. Don't buy, don't sell. Don't get ready and go to work on a Sabbath day. Keep it completely. It's only one day in a week. It's not too much. One day out of 7, you still have 6. When you approach the end of the month, sometimes you have 1 day new moon day. Sometimes you have a 2 days new moon day. It's not too much. Because very soon you will find yourself, when you will observe these days, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you observe it even when others are not. And then the Most High will go all the way back and calculate everything you've broken. But at that point, it's too late. It will be too late at that point. Use all your heart and with all your soul and keep these laws. Or else, the terrible punishment of the Most High is coming. And you will find yourself being a prisoner. It's too late at that point.
Thank you for your interest in this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us through WhatsApp. You can call us or send us a message. You can also email us at lawstogod@gmail.com. Check out our website at www.lawstogodskingdom.com. Download our mobile app from the Android store. Search for Laws to God app. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search for Laws to God. Don't forget, you can also use Skype to call us. Just download Skype on your phone and search for Laws to God. If you are in South Africa and you need a congregation to worship with, give us a call. For more information that we don't have here on YouTube, please download our app and check out our website, www.lawstogodskingdom.com. Help us spread this truth by sharing this video on your social media.